to know about your part that looks like a casket.
Oh, well, that was a project of mine for my students. When I was like 8 years old, I seen the Munsters with the Dragula, and went on TV, and I always thought, when I saw that car come out of the barn, I thought, I would love to build that as a little kid, and as I got older, being into cars, I built a lot of things, but never that, because it's so unique. And then end up being an auto shop teacher in Kingsville High School. And turned out, one day I said to the kids, we should build a Dragula. And they're like, what's a Dragula? I said, from the Munsters TV show. And they're like, what's the Monsters? And it went from there. And so I ended up showing them how to do this in the show and that. And they're like, that's really cool. Where do we get the plans to build this? I go, well, there's no plans. So we have to make them. So we started with chalkboard drawings, tape on the floor, swept the floor, put tape on the floor, and started from there. And it turned out to be really good, way better than I expected. The kids bought into it 100%. They really enjoyed it. I have students that really had no direction in life where they were going, and this just gave them a line to go. It did more than I ever thought it would do to build a car, and as a project, it did a lot for a lot of students. I said to the kids, when it was getting so good, I said, if this thing turns out pretty fair and you guys keep working hard, I'll try and put it in the Autorama. Well, they did, and I had to get it in there, and I ended up having to drive there in a snowstorm to give them the application because we were too late to mail it. We ended up getting in, and we ended up winning the first place. First Canadian high school to ever go on an international show, and we won. And it was so awesome. You don't get a better thing. It's the greatest thing I'll ever accomplish in my teaching career for sure. So pretty happy.
How many kids worked on it?
Oh, it took a year and a half to build this, so we're looking somewhere in the neighborhood of 180 students across our 4 disciplines. I try to incorporate all the tech programs, so my auto program, of course. The wood shop made the buck for the actual shape, so we could get an idea, and then they did the wood trim and everything on the end. The machine shop did some of the fabricating for some of the steering and whatnot we needed, and the other one I was having a tough time trying to figure out was our ComTech program. How do you get the computer kids involved with stuff for this? And all of a sudden it hit me, they do 3D modeling. And so they did all the 3D printing for all the gargoyles, spiders, and the spines and different things on here. So it turned out awesome. Everybody's really proud of it. And here it is. We're off to display and show what tech students can do.